Alright, Hardway learning today. We are going to be making a bar table.
Basement bar.
A basement bar with this table. And we're going to be using this sweet table from Goodwill. I think it basically came from an elementary school. I don't know who stole it and dropped it off there, but what we're going to do is take the legs off. There's about 32 screws. Not looking forward to that, but maybe this drill will help us do that, or hand drilling, or hand screwdrivers, or whatever.
No hand drill.
But we are taking the legs off and then putting these pallets underneath to make it kind of look rustic. It's probably gonna clash with this goofy looking tabletop, but what do we care? I don't know, it's just something to do. Something to do on a Friday night.
That's why
with
it's
your
in the
buds,
basement.
with your friend. I'm glad you went this. Alright, so we'll basically repeat that process 4 times until all the legs are gone. And, how do you suppose we want to screw these guys together? Just like coming in an angle.
As flush as possible on the front.
Probably screw in from the inside, because then like it won't catch our legs on a screw. So, I know what you're thinking. We might get caught on this, but this is where the two are going to meet in the middle. I will show you later. But we just wanted to get one screw in to get these together so they don't fall apart, and we got it all nice and lined up. This should be a good starting point for us. If only Dan could screw. Giggle.
Promise this doesn't normally happen.
Alright, now...
Yeah.
So we kind of decided we are going to live life dangerously. Not really care about these screws that stick out, because I mean they're rounded off edges.
Ideally we'll have them under the tabletop by a bit, so catch the pallet first thing. Also, if you had a charged battery.
What about speed 1?
Oh, look at that! He knows how to use speed 1.
More torques. So we're hitting up the point where it meets in the middle as well, just to give it a little extra bracing. Doing the same thing where we kind of run it in diagonally. So we're going to be doing the same thing with this other one. One thing I want to note is line up these edges so they are kind of flush. And also you might want to check to make sure, or cut off any high pieces so that the bottom will lay flat, and also the table will lay flat on top of these pieces up here, so you could cut them, sand them. So we'll basically do the same process that we did with this one and get back to you. Alright, so now that we got both of these screwed together, we're going to test out our tabletop to see how we want to line these up. Holy cow, that's long. Probably longer than the table, huh? Oh, it kind of looks cool. This is actually a pretty solid height.
Yeah, that's the right height. You could just overlap them. So if you can pull this corner that way. Dude, you could do like Christmas lights.
That's what I want to do. So what we wanted to do was place the pallets in position with the table so that we know where they won't overhang, and then also for some stability. So what we're going to do is, ideally if we had a metallic Sharpie, we would mark and sort of trace out where the pallets are, but we don't seem to have that, so I think we're just gonna place some tape where the pallets are in order to line it up. Flip the table over and screw into the pallets. This is actually a pretty bomb height. So we taped off sections, get a little silhouette of how the boards were, and then once we trim these top pieces, we will screw all of these along on the other board. Alright, so we are going to cut off these little extra bits with a skill saw. Got earplugs, got eye protection. I'm gonna make this work. Not the most ideal tool for the job. Alright, so now that we have the edges sort of flattened off, we are lining the boards back up with the silhouettes. I drilled 2 pilot holes and screwed in the first set of screws to get this locked down. So here are the results. We tacked in a few screws there. There's one down in here, one over there, one over there. Just try to hit any of these vertical beams to make sure that it's gonna be held in place pretty well. And the final product, there's gonna need to be some sanding on the base because we're a little wobbly. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. Countertop's uglier than sin, but we'll figure something out about that.